It was a cold December night in 1984 when 12-year-old Jonelle Matthews vanished without a trace after returning home from a school concert. For more than 30 years, her family and the community of Greeley, Colorado, were left searching for answers. Her disappearance turned into one of the most haunting cold cases in the nation. But in 2019, a shocking discovery reopened the case, leading to the conviction of a man who had been hiding in plain sight. What really happened to Jonelle Matthews? And how was justice finally served after decades of uncertainty? Stick around to find out the incredible story behind this heartbreaking mystery. The beginning of Jonelle's story. Jonelle Matthews was a typical 12-year-old in 1984. Full of energy, involved in school activities, and loved by her friends and family. On December 20th, 1984, after singing in her school's Christmas concert, she was dropped off at home by a friend's father. She entered her house alone as her parents and sister were attending different events. Sadly, Jonelle was never seen alive again. When her family returned home, they found the house seemingly in order, except for Jonelle's absence. The only clue to her sudden disappearance was a set of footprints in the snow outside the house. Despite immediate efforts from the police and the community to search for her, no concrete leads emerged. Jonelle's case remained unsolved for decades, leaving her family in heartbreaking uncertainty. The case goes cold. As years passed, Jonelle's case went cold. Despite various efforts, no substantial evidence came to light that could lead to finding her or uncovering what really happened that night. Her family was left grappling with unanswered questions, while the community continued to hold vigils, hoping that Jonelle would one day be found. Her case became part of a national conversation about missing children. Jonelle was even featured on milk cartons as part of a nationwide effort to locate missing kids. Yet, year after year, hope of resolution faded as no new developments came to the surface. A shocking breakthrough in 2019. Everything changed in July 2019, 35 years after Jonelle's disappearance, when her remains were found by construction workers digging in a field about 15 miles from her home. The discovery was a huge break in the case, finally providing closure for her family. But with that discovery came even more questions. Who was responsible for Jonelle's death, and how had they gotten away with it for so long? Soon after her remains were identified, attention turned to a man named Steven Pankey, a former Idaho gubernatorial candidate who had long shown an odd fascination with the case. Pankey had lived in Greeley at the time of Jonelle's disappearance and had inserted himself into the investigation over the years in strange ways, even though he had no apparent connection to Jonelle's family. In 2020, Steven Pankey was charged with kidnapping and first-degree murder in connection with Jonelle's case. Pankey had made numerous statements over the years that aroused suspicion, including claims that he knew details of the case that hadn't been released to the public. While Pankey initially denied involvement, his inconsistent behavior and obsession with the case led investigators to believe that he had critical knowledge of what happened to Jonelle. The trial, which took place over 2 years later, gripped the nation. Prosecutors laid out evidence suggesting Pankey's involvement in the crime, while his defense argued that he was merely an attention seeker with no direct connection to Jonelle's death. However, after careful deliberation, the jury found Steven Pankey guilty of Jonelle's kidnapping and murder on October 2022, bringing a long-awaited resolution to her tragic story. The impact of Jonelle's case. Jonelle's case has had a lasting impact on the Greeley community and the broader conversation around missing children. Her disappearance, along with other high-profile cases of the 1980s, sparked major changes in how authorities handle missing children cases today. The introduction of the Amber Alert system, advances in forensic science, and increased public awareness have all contributed to improvements in the search for missing persons. But Jonelle's story also highlights the emotional toll that such cases have on the families left behind. For her parents, the decades without answers were filled with anguish. Though the discovery of her remains and the subsequent conviction of her killer provided some closure, the emotional scars will remain forever. Theories that kept people guessing. Over the years, before Pankey's arrest and conviction, numerous theories circulated about what had happened to Jonelle. Some believed she had been kidnapped by a stranger, while others suspected someone closer to the family might have been involved. A few speculated that she may have run away or become the victim of a serial offender. While these theories kept people guessing, it was ultimately a combination of persistence, forensic technology, and Pankey's own behavior that brought the truth to light. The discovery of her remains and Pankey's conviction showed how even the coldest cases can be solved with time, effort, and dedication. Jonelle's case offers valuable lessons for law enforcement and the public alike. First, it serves as a reminder that no case is truly cold. Investigators never gave up on finding answers, and with new technology and perseverance, they were able to solve a case that had been open for decades. It also highlights the importance of community involvement in missing persons cases, as public awareness and continued interest in the case helped keep it alive. For families of missing children, Jonelle's case provides hope that even after many years, justice can be served. It also underscores the need for continued advances in forensic science and investigative techniques, as these were key in finally solving the mystery of Jonelle's disappearance. With Pankey now behind bars, Jonelle's family can finally take some solace in knowing that justice has been served. However, the community continues to reflect on the significance of her case. Many believe Jonelle's story symbolizes the importance of never giving up, even when all hope seems lost. As we think about Jonelle's life and the tragic outcome of her story, it's important to continue supporting efforts to find missing persons and ensure that no family has to wait as long for answers as Jonelle's family did. The Jonelle Matthews case is a testament to the power of persistence, technology, and community support in solving even the most challenging mysteries. As more cold cases are revisited with new techniques, we can only hope that other families will receive the closure they've been waiting for. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you believe justice was fully served? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into true crime cases and unsolved mysteries. Every share helps bring awareness to these important stories, and your engagement could make a difference. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.